Greetings, thank you for joining me today, and I hope wherever you are, life is treating you well. Now, I've spoken before about male tonic drinks and the benefits there are, because we can't all deal with the likes of Viagra or its generic counterparts. So I've spoken about the likes of Coco Samba, which I like. I like it, and I like things like it. Let's put it like that. They are beneficial to me, and they give me more than just the standard Viagra substitute will do. This is what I'm getting at now. Judging by the feedback I had from that previous review video, it interests quite a few people. So it's put things out there. Other things I've seen. Now, I'm blessed because I live in Wolverhampton, and Wolverhampton is blessed with many international shops selling international produce. So we can get a variety of things, a lot of them hailing from Africa, generally speaking, okay, but not just Africa. Now, if you know, by the way, about some male tonics that I don't cover, let me know. I would love to hear about them. I always love hearing from you guys anyway, whatever you say. It's great to read the comments. So I've spoken about the likes of Coco Samba, and it's out there. It's available online for those who don't have shops locally. And I've also spoken about the likes of Wha as well, which is another favourite of mine. I prefer it to Coco Samba, but only by a small margin. Usually retail in shops. I know you're paying a little extra because it's a shop. Usually get 2 or 3 of these for £5, which I regard as good value. There are alternatives, so let's talk about those. Akson bitters, by the way, there we go, which says it's for men and women, and the nature of these things, rather than the likes of Viagra, is they're more of a detox and a tonic rather than anything specific. It's just general broad range of beneficial things. So for some people, if you wake up in the morning feeling less like garbage than you did the day before, so much the better. It's good to wake up feeling good. Now, goes without saying, of course, that it is always worth being as healthy as you can, eating healthy, broad range of nutrients, take vitamins if you need them, if that's beneficial for you, lots of water, minimal caffeine if you can. Believe me, it's better to rain off it really is. If you've got any underlying medical conditions, seek treatment for that and keep up with that. You've got to look at the whole range of issues that you are facing as an individual, really, in order to, get exercise, get enough sleep, get enough water. It all adds up. It all adds up, believe me. And if you think it doesn't, sorry, it does. It adds up. Even getting good dentistry. I've got a great dentist at the moment, by the way, happy to report. My dentist recently gave me a very thorough scale and polish. Think along the lines of felt like a sandblaster in the mouth, but boy, an experience that removes things that were causing inflammation that you didn't know were causing inflammation from your mouth, and apparently a lot of inflammation, a lot of ill health starts there. So again, dentistry is always good to tackle as well. It's worth taking a rounded approach to these things. So I thought anyway to talk about other things. So now they all taste much of a muchness. The likes of Coco Samba, Giacomo, they all taste kind of caramelly, vanilla-ish caramel. It's with a bitter, vinegary edge to them. I've not tested the pH or anything like that, but that's what they taste like. It's not the worst taste in the world, but it's definitely medicinal. That's what I take from it. But you take a tonic not because it tastes nice. You take a tonic because it does you good. It says on the Coco Samba, it says and this one is maybe the whole bottle is a dose, or maybe not for everybody. And as you can tell, I'm working my way through this one, but bit by bit. That's just me. That's what works for me. What works for you might be a whole lot different. It's a case of if you find something that works for you, then it's worth working out why it works for you, if you can, or doing your research, and same can be said of this one. It's, not the worst flavour in the world, but not the sort of thing you want in your mouth, and it mixes well with other things. Here's another one. Sasansi. I'll put a detailed picture of this label on the video at some point. So this one is explicit in it. It says it's trying to be a male sexual enhancement. I can't verify that, and sadly, what I can verify is this one differs in that this one has different ingredients and it tastes like someone put honey in lemon juice. Now, it has different ingredients. It also does have honey in it, which is possibly why it tasted like honey and lemon juice. But again, it's interesting, and it's worth researching the ingredients if they're in there. Now, there's no clue as to what the shelf life of these things are really, how they're affected by the heat, how they're affected by transport all the way around the world from wherever they hail. I think it's Africa to the UK, for example. There's no knowing all these things, but it may have an effect on the overall effectiveness of the product. Don't know, but they're out there. So if you see others, by all means, let me know. I would love to hear from you in the comments. Anyway, moving on. Another product I saw today in where was it now? Tesco. In our local Tesco, which happens to be well, we've got a Tesco in Wolverhampton, but it's a bit small, and they have reasonable range considering. But this was the big Tesco down by Dudley, which is not far from Wolverhampton if you're not local. Now, it is an epically large store. Some people look at it and go, "Oh no, it's that big. It's that big. It sits on stilts and over its car park, but it's got a good range of stuff. Let's put it like that." So, in the drinks aisle, this was. And we've covered this sort of product before. It's Wha Gwan, yes. And now I've tried the bottled stuff before, but this is in a can and purports to have a slightly different taste. It's melon cherry mixed with rum something or other. Anyway, let's see what it's like. It's apparently 8% by volume. 2.64 units apparently in this, in case you're counting those things. Obviously, medical advice suggests you don't have many units in the week anyway, but what can I tell you about it? Well, it was under £5, let's put it like that, but it wasn't the cheapest drink on the shelf. But what does it taste like? It purports to have no benefits, by the way. It's just a tasty drink. This is what it's trying to be, so let's see whether it is. The last one I recall was cherry-ish. Well, it's got a colour. It's not yellow. Bonus. Actually, that smells nice. Melon cherry mix with rum, which is nice. It also has an energy drink edge to it. A good energy drink. So what is it? Well, it's a worthy alco pop. That's what it is. It's a high-end alco pop. Yeah. Is it worthy of the brand? Yes, it is. Yes, the Wha Gwan brand, honestly, they try hard with their drinks. Give them that. It's a good, honest drink. If you were going to a party and you bought a bunch of those along, I don't think anyone would turn their nose up. It's rather good. It's a canned drink, so there is that. So, if you drop it on the floor, well, it might burst and spray everywhere, but it's better than glass, isn't it? So there's that. Yeah, worthy, very worthy. Would you want it as a mixer? Well, probably not. Could you add extra rum to make it better in some ways, if you like that sort of thing? Yeah, you could get away with that. There is a certain Red Bull edge to it, which is not disagreeable if you like that sort of thing. The colour is not too lurid. It's a normal colour for a drink, you know what I mean? It's when things are too yellow or too brightly coloured, then they tend to look awfully medicinal. And this is not that. This is just a nice drinky drink, and if the price point drops a bit lower, they'll probably sell a few more, but I'm guessing that's not the demographic they're heading for. They're heading for those who, with a little more money, who can afford a slightly higher priced alcopop, but that's what it is. Could you get a better drink if you made it yourself as a mixer, as a cocktail? Yes. Could you do better if you went to a bar and had someone do it for you? Yes. But that's not the demographic they're heading for. This is for people who grab a drink with their mates in the car park and somebody else is driving. That's what it's there for. It's a cracking little drink, inoffensive, taste of melon, taste of cherry, kind of, and it will get you drunk. I'm pretty sure of that. Maybe not one can, but it'll certainly help get you wherever you intend to go if you're in for that sort of thing. Obviously, this is not advocating ruining your liver. It's just saying this is what it is. It's out there. It's new to the market. Wha Gwan, established brand. Yeah, good effort. Really good effort. I'd say it's recommended, really, but you let me know. If you grab a can, you tell me what you think of it in the comments. I do love to hear from you. Anyway, whatever you do, stay safe. See you soon. Bye for now.